What is guys, and welcome back to another video. And today we're gonna take a look at the Pokemon Masters EX Unova Champion Stadium first take and first opinion. I swear I haven't taken a look at any of the detail yet, and I have no idea what Pokemon is installed for me to take a look at and to analyze at. But I had some predictions and I kind of know what I'm expecting. But you know, the game can't offer anything. So without further ado, let us begin, and make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't. And 3, 2, 1, let's go. So first, let us take a look at this. This is actually, let me just find out because I'm not too sure what to do. Where is Chantal? Okay, there you go. There's Chantal. So first is Chantal, and okay, sorry, I just had to pause a moment because I'm a bit confused for a sec. So we can take a look at this, and there's something that I really don't like about Chantal. First is the stage weak to ice, which is 2 Palo Sands, a Drift Room. So Drift Room is a ghost and flying type, and something that I know about Drift Room is its speed, its high special attack, and its Flame Orb problems. Flame Orb is a item that gets you double its special attack when burned. So I'm expecting Chantal to use her trainer move, which is the burn and raise accuracy and evasiveness for Drift Bloom, so it can boost its special attack. That is one of the possibilities. Paddle Sound being a ground and ghost type. That actually means that there might be earthquake potential, and we might have ominous wind potentials, which I'm kind of excited with to deal with like this kind of Paddle Sound game. Next one to take a look at is water. So water we have 2 Palo Sands and Chandelure again, which is kind of disappointing because that's the exact same Palo Sand as the ice stage. So what I'm thinking about now is the difference of Palo Sand of ice stage and water stage, which is the coverage, because I think Chandelure Palo Sand has Energy Ball or Giga Drain, which can cover up the grass weakness or like the water weakness. So yeah, I think that's a possibility as well. Next we have weakness is ground, which is Gengar, 2 Gengars, and a Chandelure. Gengar is a poison and ghost type. We know that it's a Sludge Wave, Shadow Ball, high special attack. Chandelure is same, having high special attack and being a ghost and fire type. I'm expecting Heat Wave for potential burns, Hex, Will-Wisp, Shadow Ball. All of those things are coming in your way, and I'm kind of sure that is going to happen. So I think that covers up for Chantal, and in the end of the video I will just cover out what I think about each member, because I need to compare all the members, then I can give an exact opinion. So next we're going to take a look at Marshall. So for Marshall, it's right here. So we can see 4 stages for Marshall. Weakness, first stage is Fairy, which is Hariyama, Throw, and Machoke, which is actually something that I predicted correctly, which is Throw weak to Fairy. The reason that I predicted this before I started reading this is because of the stats of Throw. So if you guys actually try and search for Throw, it has like good defense, like 85 base defense, and Sock has like a slightly bad defense. So that's what I was expecting here. Throw being a pure fighting type, obviously with the Fairy. Throw and Sock has 30, so I might be expecting a endurance up in the beginning of the battle. And Hariyama and Machoke, which is Rock Tomb, Rock Slide, Earthquake, all those things. Poison Jab is also one of the options for Throw. Other thing is burning potentials, which I'm not too sure. because Facade would be a good thing for Marshall if the opponent thinks to burn. So yeah, I think Marshall might put in like a flame orb or something, but I'm not too sure. Next is poison weakness. We have Carnivine, Breloom, and Serena. So Carnivine is a grass type, Breloom is a grass and fighting type, Serena is a grass type. So I'm expecting a few things here. In the Pokemon universe, this is something a bit of outside of the game, which is there are like a few Pokemon that can learn Spore. One is Shiinotic, one is Amoonguss, and the other is Breloom. Spore is a 100% sleep chance, and if this like go viral Spore, then it could be a huge problem for this stage. Serena and Carnivine, nothing too special. Buddha Seed is kind of a problem as well, and I know that this thing has some good attack stat as well. Let me just quickly check. Breloom has base 130 attack, which is kind of scary. So next we have Psychic Stage. We have Hariyama, Conkeldurr, and Primeape. Conkeldurr is nothing too special, but Marshall's training move allows to have move gauge boost and a +3 defense, which can be a bit hard to deal with, especially if you're doing the throw stage when you're using Play Rough. For example, Zacian, Play Rough being a physical attack, Jigglypuff, Play Rough being a physical attack. Those could be a bit hard to deal with. So, Hariyama, Primeape, nothing too special. I think something we need to take care of is Payback. Payback is the dark type move, and if you're not careful enough, you could be suffered by some super effective attacks, which is not ideal, obviously. Last but not least, we have the Sock, which is Medicham, Sock, and Machoke. We can see a repeat Pokemon for Hariyama and Machoke, which is something that I don't appreciate. But anyway, Medicham, Sock, and Machoke is basically very similar to Throw. So I'm not gonna cover for Sock. And let's get on to the next member. And as usual, I'm gonna compare them at the end of the video because I'm still not too sure about all the members. So next, we're gonna take a look at Grimsley. Next, we have Grimsley, and there are 4 stages as well, which is I'm kind of not expecting this. But let's take a look at these, which is Grimsley weakness. First weakness is Steel, which is Gigalith, Tyranitar, and Sneasel. Tyranitar is a very scary Pokemon, and Gigalith, Tyranitar, Sneasel are some of the scariest Pokemon that I've faced in my entire life. And I don't have much to say about it because Tyranitar is a Tyranitar, and you guys know how scary Tyranitar is. Rock Slide, Potentials, Crunch, and this thing actually learns Aqua Tail or like Thunderbolt, something like that. And I'm not too sure about the special physical spread for Grimsley's Tyranitar. So yeah. Next member is Grass weakness. We have Tyranitar, Sharpedo, and Crocodile. So, Crocodile, which is something I'm not expecting because he has Crocodile for his main Unova team, and Sharpedo here is a fast Pokemon. Liquidation, Aqua Jet, Crunch, Speed Boost, maybe have a fast speed, something like that. Tyranitar, Crocodile, nothing too special. We have faced them before, but I think Ice Fang would be a bit scary as well. Next is Bug weakness, and we have Umbreon, Liepard, and Alolan Persian. Three dark types here. Liepard having Prankster, maybe a Thunder Wave, go viral. We have a Trick, Foul Play, doing massive damage. Speed is a problem. Umbreon maybe with Snarls, something that to take care of. So I don't think Liepard state would be too hard because Liepard has some really bad defenses. So yeah, I don't think the Liepard stage will be too difficult. Just get Loose Mean or Alder out to win and you're good. We also have a Fire stage for Grimsley, which is Lucario, Bisharp, and Magneton. Obviously, Bisharp being a Dark and Steel type, it is weak to Fire. Bisharp might be a Pokemon that some of you guys are not too familiar with, but as I know that Bisharp has some really good attack. Bisharp is base 125 attack and base 100 defense, but there's nothing to worry like because Leon and Red just sweeps this team very easily. Lucario with fighting move, Magneton with electric moves is something to take care of. I'm expecting like close combat from Lucario, discharge from Magneton, and yeah, Bisharp is something to take care of as well, and something to pay attention to, especially if you're not too familiar with the Pokemon series and Pokemon universe. So yeah, next we're gonna take a look at Caitlyn. So on the very right we have Caitlyn. So Caitlyn has 3 stages, and let's take a look at the first stage, which is weakness is Ghost. We have Alakazam, Reuniclus, and Jinx. So Reuniclus is a pure Psychic type Pokemon, and its big weakness is slow. So, but Reuniclus has some really good coverage like Hidden Power, Psychic, and I think there's Calm Mind, and I think it might have Calm Mind. It might have Light Screen, Reflect, Energy Ball as an option as well. So yeah. I don't know what to say about Reuniclus, because like Reuniclus is a good Pokemon and I'm not too familiar with Reuniclus. So yeah, I think that's the comment for now. Next is Sigilyph, weak to Electric. We have Xatu, Frillish, and Sigilyph. So, Sigilyph is a flying and psychic Pokemon. I'm expecting Air Slash, Air Cutter, Psychic, Ice Beam, Flamethrower, Heat Wave. Sigilyph is a fast Pokemon and has actually a lot of coverage if you guys are not familiar with. Sigilyph is some of my favorite flying type Pokemon as well. Tailwind, Air Slash, Psychic, Light Screen, Reflect, Energy Ball, Heat Wave, Ice Beam, Icy Wind, Hyper Beam. It learns all those moves, which is a good Pokemon. And next we have Frillish, maybe it's Brine or Surf. Xatu having Icy Wind, and Jinx having the what's that called? Jinx having a Blizzard, and Alakazam having Dazzling Gleam. Weakness is Dark for Misharna, Mismagius, and Grumpig. Grumpig with Bulldoze, Mismagius with Blizzard or Icy Wind, and Misharna is very similar to Reuniclus but weaker and being a slow Pokemon. Misharna has actually less coverage. Misharna, let me just quickly check. Misharna, Dream Eater, Hypnosis, Moonblast, Psychic, Psychic Terrain, Store Power, Zen Headbutt, and I switch Energy Ball. And you can, and I say all of these, you guys know that one thing about Misharna is sleep, which I think Misharna might have Hypnosis and then Dream Eater, which can heal Misharna, which is super scary. And I hope I hope this stage won't be so hard. So yeah, I think this is it for Caitlyn. And now let's take a look at Alder. So for Alder, we have Rock Weakness stage, and Volcarona, Altaria, and Dragonite. Volcarona being a bug and rock type Pokemon, obviously it is weak to rock. And Altaria is a flying type, Dragonite is a flying type, so it's also weak to rock. Dragonite has a lot of coverage, Volcarona has a lot of coverage, having Heat Wave, Bug Buzz, Hyper Beam, Bug Shift, and all those moves. Quiver Dance, Fairy Dance can be super scary. Altaria having Dragon Pulse, and also Cotton Guard raising its defense. Dragonite having like Surf, and all those things. And I'm not too sure why Alder doesn't have 2 Pokemon, because that's a perfect opportunity to have Alder having 2 Pokemon. So I don't think I have much to say, because like Alder has only have 1 Pokemon, which is really a shame. So, So let's keep going with Iris. So for Iris has 2 Pokemon, and the first Pokemon is Haxorus, weak to Dragon. Haxorus has also Altaria, Como, and Haxorus herself. So Haxorus has some high attack and big coverage like Outrage, Iron Tail, all those things. Como maybe have a Clanging Swords, Clanging Scales, and yeah, Haxorus is good. And maybe raising its attack can be a big problem. And yeah, I think Haxorus is actually a good choice here to also indicate the Pokemon that she uses in the gym as well, which is a good choice. I like Haxor's choice actually. The other Pokemon is Iris, and it's Hydreigon. Hydreigon, being a dark type, is also weak to fighting, and his sides are Tyranitar and Houndoom. So, Hydreigon, I'm expecting Dragon weakness, but fighting weakness is actually makes the stage harder because we don't have too many fighting types like Silvally. You can change into fighting Silvally, Wally, Karena, Solgaleo, and Marshall, Bruno. That's it. So it can be a problem for some people to deal with this stage, which I think, as I see, this is actually the hardest stage that I have taken a look at. Oh, the other stage being Chandler, weak to ground, obviously. So if you guys don't have a fighting type, try to get Wally and Snarl problems. We have Rock Slide problems, Heat Wave problems. Hydreigon having such big coverage, and I'm not sure how to predict, and I don't even know how to predict the moveset. It has like Bite, Crunch, Hyper Voice, Dragon Rush, Dragon Pole, Outrage, Hyper Beam, Acrobatics, Breaking Sweat, Brutal Swing, Bulldoze, Earthquake, Earth Power, Fire Blast, Fire Spin, Flamethrower, Flash Cannon, Fly Focus Blast, Heat Wave, Hydro Pump, Ice Fang, Iron Tail, Rock Tomb, Rock Slide, and like Reflect, Stone Nest. Like these so many moves, like I can't even tell what moves Hydreigon is going to have. So yeah, I think what I hope the game would do is coverage problems, which is something that the game did not master before, because obviously they are not able to execute that coverage well, which is something that I'm kind of disappointed with. So we're gonna take a look at all the stages again, and I'm gonna name the types for every single Pokemon if you guys are unfamiliar with the stages. Left to right, Grimly weakness is Steel, Gigalith being a Rock type, Tyranitar being a Rock and Dark type, Sneasel is a Ice and Dark type, weakness Grass, Tyranitar Rock Dark, Sharpedo Water Dark, Crocodile is it's Ground Dark, weakness Bug, Umbreon, Liepard, and Eldritch Persian is pure Dark type. Weakness is Fire, Lucario is Fighting Steel, Bisharp is Dark Steel, Magneton is Steel Electric. Marshall, weakness Fairy, Hariyama, Throw, and Machoke is pure Fighting type. Next we have Poison weakness stage, Carnivine is a pure Grass type, Breloom is Grass Fighting, Serena is a Grass type. Psychic stage, Hariyama, Conqueror, and Primeape are all pure Psychic types. For weakness flying, Medicham is a Psychic Flying type, Sock is a pure Flying type, and is a pure Fighting type, and Machoke is a pure Fighting type. So for Alder or Iris, Alder weakness Rock stage, Altaira is Dragon Flying, Volcarona is Bug, Fire, Dragonite is a Dragon and Flying type. For Iris, weakness Dragon, Altaria is a Dragon Flying type, Haxorus is a pure Dragon type, Kamao is a Fighting and Dragon type. Fighting weakness Iris, Tyranitar is a Rock Dark type, Iris, Hydreigon is a Dark and Dragon type, Houndoom is a Dark and Fire type. Chantal, weakness Ice, Paddle Sands are Ghost, Ground, and Driploom is a Ghost and Flying type. Weakness Water, we have Paddle Sand is a Ground and Ghost type, Chandelure is a Fire and Ghost type. Weakness Ground, we have Gengar, Poison and Ghost, and Chandelure is a Ghost Fire. Kalen, weakness is Ghost, we have Alakazam, Reuniclus are pure Psychic types, Jinx is a Ice and Psychic type. Weakness is Electric, Xatu and Sigilyph are Psychic Flying types, and Frillish is a Water and Ghost type. Weakness Dark, we have Miss Magius, which is a Ghost type, Musharna and Grumpig are both Psychic type Pokemon. So I think this covers up for all the stages, and I think I'm gonna quickly put them in easiest to hardest level T, and I think this would give you guys an advice for how to prepare for them, because I think the stages are actually kind of hard comparing to the older stages. So hold on. So back to the 5 stages, and I think the easiest has to be Grimsley. And the reason is Grimsley has some good weaknesses, being Steel, Grass, Bug, and Fire. Fire is very easy to cover with Leon and Red. Steel is very easily covered with Gloria and Steven. Grass can be easily covered with Mallow, easily covered with Brendan, and some future sync players, which I'm not gonna spoil it right here. Bug, we have Alder, we have Luzmin, very easy to cover. Next easiest stage has to be I'm thinking of Caitlyn and Marshall here. I think I'm gonna give it to Caitlyn here. Ghost, Electric, and Dark are three types that is very hard to deal with, in my opinion, because the limited of Ghost types and Electric types. Not everyone has Alessa, not everyone has Anne, not everyone has Morpeko. It can be a problem. I think Bouchard stage will be kind of easy with Houndoom, but I think I need to state that not everyone has Houndoom, not everyone has Grimsley like me, and not everyone has Full Hilbert. So I would give Kaden the second easiest member. Third member is going to be Marshall. Fairy, Poison, Psychic, and Flying. Some of you guys might find this easy because of Poison stalling, Fairy having Sigmore, Psychic having Mewtwo, or Caitlyn, Bianca, Flying having Nate. You might think this is the case, but I feel like there has to be some problems and some challenges because of the endurance, because of the coverage as well. So I'm gonna change. I'm gonna give Marshall the second easiest and Caitlyn being the third easiest. So now we have Grimsey being the easiest, Caitlyn being Marshall being the second easiest, Caitlyn being the third easiest, and number 4 is Chantal. Ice, Water, Ground. Ice is kind of hard to cover, especially if you're not good with the game. You might find some trouble if you don't have like Luzmin, you don't have Ice Steven, and you don't have Price. Water is easy to cover. You have Barry. It smacks the stage very easy. Ground is hard for a lot of people, as I know, unless you have a good striker or you have Cynthia or May or Leon. But if you don't, you're kind of in trouble with this. So last we have Alder and Iris being the hardest stages because Rock, Dragon, and Fighting are not some easy types to cover. Yes, Dragon with Iris, Lance, Kamal, these are like easy to cover, but if you don't have them, it might be a bit tougher. Yes, Cyrus and Rayquaza has a buff. Yes, they do, but it can still be hard for some people. In my opinion, Rock and Fighting stages has to be the hardest here. Rock and Fighting are like very hard to cover here. Rock, Kukui, yes, Olivia, yes, they are good, but if you don't have them well prepared, you're kinda in trouble. Fighting, I think Fighting is going to be the hardest stage, with Hydreigon being a scary Pokemon, and Fighting is a very hard type to cover. Obviously, Karina 6-star EX can do, but no one's gonna do that. And if you do, good job, but if you're not going to, it might be troublesome for you. So yeah, I think that covers up for the whole Unova Champion Stadium. And as you can see, the dates are here. And yeah, I think this covers out for this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this video gave you an insight on the whole Champion Stadium, and I also gave my thoughts on this Champion Stadium. And let me know, what do you think about this Champion Stadium, and are you looking forward to it, and which type do you think is the hardest to struggle with? And yeah, I think this wraps up today's video, and see you next time.